morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone around the world. I'm Paul Sisler, and this is In the Moment. We have a new show. This show is
That's
called
perfectly fine.
Tuesday
Continue your
Take.
conversation if you like.
This show is called Tuesday Takes. And the Luke, I love you. I love you. Anyways, I might as well bring you on.
Why did you do that? why wasn't there the pre-thing? You usually keep me backstage and then I'm coming up. Oh,
I did have you backstage.
Why did you do that to me?
Oh,
I could have been picking my nose.
Oh, you weren't up here. You weren't up here. We just heard your voice. I thought I had you down below. I had taken you off. It was just me. And I heard you speak, and I'm like, no, how'd she speak? Her mic's not supposed to be on. Anyways, hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday Takes. This is a fun show, and we're going to throw some humor into it. There might be a little seriousness intertwined into it. Basically, what Tuesday Takes is, my host, R.L. Evans, is here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull up some tweets. Just so you know, we're not just pulling them up right now. We've already pulled them up. We've already got a whole show set. So these are tweets that we went through. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to have your everyday ordinary people with their tweets. And we're going to have some what we call hot takes and bad takes. And we are going to give our viewpoints and stuff like that. And then we're going to basically pick, each of us are going to pick one of the four tweets. And we're going to let you, the audience, decide which one you like the best. So you ready to get this started, Luke?
Absolutely. Let's get this shit show on the road.
All right. Okay. Picking some tweets and asking who has the best tweets, who has the worst tweets. Our take, your vote. Here we go. Tweet number 1 from Michelle Smith. I personally would never want a video game playing, latte drinking, scarf wearing pansy. I am married to a man who busts his ass for his family, who was deployed twice, fighting for our country. The liberals can't survive without men like him.
What I hate about this tweet is the fact that it's trying to define a man in one certain way. It's like, okay, this is the only way a man can be. They can only be these burly, like firefighter, macho man types. Like, if you don't have muscles, you ain't a man. And it's saying that, like, you know, softer guys that, like, you know, prefer like the good life and snuggling up by like a fire with their romance novels, and their cats aren't men because they aren't rugged enough. I fucking hate that shit. But go ahead, go off.
Oh no, I know. Okay, I would never want a video playing. What's wrong with playing fucking video games? All right,
Right.
I love video games. I guess I'm a pansy. I love video games. I guess Call of Duty is a pansy video game. Jesus Christ. Latte drinking. Well, I do like my coffee black. I can't understand anyone that puts anything in their coffee, but there's people that like a little flavor. You know, I used to tease my wife because she used to put cream in her coffee, and it's like, God, you want a little coffee flavor with the cream there, you know? So, I mean, scarf wearing pansy. I'm from Iowa. All right. It would be 20 below zero with a 40 below zero wind chill factor. I wore a fucking scarf. So if she thinks I'm a pansy because I wore a scarf when it was 40 below, go to Iowa during the winter, Michelle. Okay. Now, I will give you credit. You got a man that busts his ass for his family. Kudos to that, okay? Every human being should be busting their ass for their family, man or woman, okay? So, yeah, go ahead.
No, I 110% agree with you on that. But there's lots of different ways for a man or a woman to bust their ass for a family, for
Yeah.
their like video game playing. There's plenty of people who make a living off of playing video games. Like they get paid to stream and shit like that on like Twitch. So, I mean, maybe this scarf wearing pansy even it has like a data job or something, a soft job. But he's bringing in bank, you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter how big it, there's no right way to be a man. All of this was just a bad take, in my opinion.
I know. And the liberals can't survive without men like him. The association putting it to a party. Putting it to a party. Again, we need to abolish all parties. I just, again, I'm an independent. I hate the two-party system. It just needs to be demolished.
I guess that, you know, big burly lumberjack men can't be fucking liberals either.
Yeah. I guess not. I guess not.
Well, Ari
Man.
has left us a comment. I love COD to Paul, and she says hello to both of us. Hi, Ari.
Hello, Ari.
Call of Duty was fun. I played like the early 2000s glitchy Call of Duty though. So the ones where like you could shoot through walls and kill somebody through the wall.
Yeah. All right. There's bad take number 1. Here's bad take number 2. From Budnaya. I don't want to destroy it, so I'm not going to say it.
That's smart.
Yeah. I'll go by the @BandRyan 6. What sort of batshit argument are which is mermaids, trying to make here? LGBA are presenting facts as facts and not even pretending the magic gender woo is real. How dare they? Go home, mermaids. You're embarrassing yourselves now. I really have nothing to say on it because this is one that you picked. I'm not up to date on this.
That's fine. I refreshed my memory on this one a little bit before the show, just so that like I didn't misspeak. But what's important to know here is stands for Mermaids. It's a charity that helps transgender youth. And LGBA is LGB without the T. So basically they're trans exclusionary. So they say that they are a foundation for lesbian, gays, and bisexuals and kind of reject that transgender people can be the gender that they say that they are. So what's happening right now is that there is a lawsuit happening where mermaids are challenging the charity status of LGBA. They're saying like you shouldn't be a charity because you're not even really supporting like the lesbians, gays, and bisexuals that you say that you're supporting. So like we don't think you should have charity status. And that's what's happening right now. That's why this tweet came to be. So the problem that I have with it is that it's trans fucking phobic. That's the problem I have with it.
Okay.
And most of the LGBA are comprised of that alliance is comprised of straight people, like the lesbians, gays, and bisexuals. It's such a small portion of who makes up the staff there. So it's like,
Right.
like it's basically straight speaking for the community.
Yeah, and we know how that actually turns out. All right, let's go to bad take 3. Bad take number 3. Elon Musk, not a parody. No, I really am Elon Musk at the real Herondale. Now, this is not Elon Musk. Anyways, Elon Musk says smart people, and then people who think Elon is smart, and then Elon Musk in that people who think Elon is smart. I picked this one. This is a bad take because I don't care if you like Elon or not. Elon is a very smart man. Okay. I know there's people that are like, oh my God, he didn't make a very smart decision when he bought Twitter. That's yet to be seen. That's yet to be seen. When it comes to Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, Starlink, Boring Company, he's an engineer. Elon is brilliant. It's yet to be seen if Twitter was a good investment or not. The man knows how to work miracles. He usually has a lot of good advisors. Hopefully it all comes out good. So I call this a bad take because Elon actually is a very smart person.
Yeah, like even if we're not looking at whether his investments are smart, intellectually he is smart. IQ wise, he is smart, and he's proven that time and time again. Like he has intelligence. Whether you agree with who he is as a person, this is a bad take because it's an argument made in bad faith.
Right.
Because Elon is intelligent. He just, maybe he doesn't have the best political views, or maybe he doesn't have the best takes on certain things. But to say that he is stupid is disingenuous.
Well, plus, he's a troll, and right now he's trolling everybody in the media, on Twitter, and have you seen the threads with Elon? I mean, my God, he's generating so much energy out there. Yeah.
Ari has actually made a very good comment. If you want to put it up on the screen, very good comment. I like that a lot.
I know a lot of people have said that, quite frankly, Elon's social skills, they say that he doesn't have good social skills. The reality is Elon plans this shit out. He makes these stupid ass tweets intentionally. He tries to get a rise out of people, so again, could he be socially lacking? I see the argument. I see how it could definitely be made that he is socially lacking. I personally don't think he is. I think he does this shit simply to get a response. He's one of those people that, again, he trolls people. He's just trying to get a response. That's how I see him.
I mean, that's a possibility. I'm kind of on the fence when it comes to Elon Musk myself. I haven't really been tuning into the news regarding Elon a whole lot. You're way more knowledgeable about that than I am. But despite, he has some fire fucking memes. Like, you kept sending me memes yesterday from Elon Musk, and he pokes fun at himself. It's so funny. Yes. Like, sometimes he'll
I know. Like I said,
Marinara says, good argument, Paul. The man is obviously intelligent. He's the richest man for a reason, but not every thought he has needs to be sound, as is typical with geniuses. And she agrees.
Absolutely, Mara. I agree 100% with that. I agree absolutely 100% with that. He probably has Asperger's syndrome, which I know a few people that have it, and they're genius level people and also have very peculiar and inappropriate social behaviors. I could be wrong. No, you're actually right. He does have Asperger's. He's actually stated he is on the spectrum. And part of that social ineptness could come from the fact that he is on the spectrum. And yet the burnt hair cologne sold out. The short shorts sold out. The tequila sold out. I'm telling you, I think he does these things with intent. Now, again, he could be just socially inept and just comes out and does these things and then has people come at him and he goes, okay, now I'm going to say this and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, go ahead, Luke.
The Dogecoin. How can we forget the Dogecoin? He made those stocks go up so fucking high. That was crazy.
Yes. I'm telling you, we're probably never going to know. Anyways.
Mara says, what Ari Nanya said.
Yes.
Oh,
T-pause here. So interesting that Elon went from having people's complimenting him to now slandering him, depending on how his political affiliations are. Yes. I'm going to make one more comment before we go to the next take, okay? Elon makes electric cars. Liberals love electric cars. Elon, billionaire. Liberals hate billionaires. I love Elon, but I'm driving a Tesla. All right, go figure. Anyways.
I agree. I'm guilty of that as well, though. Like, as soon as he backed the Republican Party, this last tweet, I was like, that pushes me away from Elon a little bit because, like, I'm a proud Democrat liberal snowflake. So I'm guilty of it too.
I'm an independent and I don't like where the right's going and the fact that he promoted. And then again, maybe he promoted the Republican Party to get more people out to vote for the liberals. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, Ari says, okay, last comment, and then we'll move to the next one. I love the conversation. He said, Ari says he probably thinks it's funny. My ex-boyfriend who has Asperger's doesn't care what people think of him. I'm jelly of that. I'm jelly of your boyfriend though, Ari, for real. Like,
Yes.
I wish I didn't care.
I don't care, you know.
I do. I care a
I've been
lot.
told of late I'm on the spectrum, so I could be. I don't know. I had to take Ritalin as a kid for hyperactivity. Who knows? I'm in my 50s. Back then, they called it hyperactivity. Anyways.
All right.
All right. Bad take number 4.
If you want to stop grooming kids, forcing kids to go to failing schools, teaching kids they are racists, confusing them about their gender, labeling parents as terrorists for attending school board meetings, then vote straight Republican on election day for the children.
Make note of the straight Republican.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Freudian slip.
Yes.
Said the quiet part loud.
The homophobia, the discrimination, the everything and all that. Teaching kids they are racist.
That's all
Critical
about
race
CRT.
theory. Yeah, critical race theory. Just ask anybody who starts talking about CRT. Who's Derek Bell? Well, I don't know. Well, then you know nothing about CRT, asshole. Anyways, yeah, no, this is like horrid propaganda. And what's so funny is Midas Touch just put out a video the other day of all of the Republicans that have been found guilty of pedophilia, jerking off in front of schools, and shit like that. Everything the Republicans are accusing the liberals of doing, they are going to prison for.
Ugh. It grosses me out. Uncomfortable conversation, but a necessary conversation to
Yes.
be having.
Okay, so
yeah,
these are
and
the
the
4 bad takes. So let me go back to the first bad take. And
Oh, I had. You didn't
What?
let me say nothing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I don't want to now.
All right, there it is. It's back. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry.
I joke, it's just a kid I play. But no, the grooming kids part, I wanted to bring that up because, like, again, they're implying that by like allowing kids to like go to drag shows or to explore their identity, their gender identity, or explore their sexuality, and giving them that space to do that is called grooming. Like that's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say there. I'm so sorry.
Well, and I have problems with them grooming kids and all that into believing there's some kind of spook up in the sky that's watching them 24/7. And if you don't adhere to him, he's going to send you to hell, to a place to burn and torture and blah, blah, blah. And yet God loves you.
That's setting unhealthy expectations for love. Like the one that loves you the most in all of the world, no matter what, unconditionally in quotation marks, is also the one that will torture you to death for your own fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
what's that supposed to tell you about? What's that supposed to tell you about relationships? Like when you're in a relationship, like, no, like they're just being mean to you because, or like beating you or whatever, because, you know, like it's for your own good. It's because they love you. They're trying to keep you on the righteous path. Like it's just unhealthy all the way around. But,
okay, let's go back to bad take number 1. Okay. The alpha male.
Oh, hang on, guys. You're supposed to vote on these, just so you know, like which one you guys like the most, which one you think is the worst take. So 1 through 4, we're going to go through them all again, and then just put in the comments which one you think is the worst. Then we'll tally them up, and that'll be the winner. So, and Ari, thank you. I joke. I just said, did I play?
Yep, we got the number 1, which is related to alpha male. Number 2, which is related to the LGBTQIA community. Number 3, related to Elon, and number 4, related to politics. So everybody, cast your vote. Which one do you think? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which one do you think is the worst take? I'm not seeing any voters.
Well, you probably went through them too fast. That's probably why. Like, let's go back to
I'll
the
go
first
back.
one.
Yep, I'll go back.
Yeah. and then we'll just cycle through them slowly. That way they can actually read them and get a idea.
I'll reread them all real quick.
Yeah.
I personally would never want a video game playing, latte drinking, scarf wearing pansy. I am married to a man who busts his ass for his family, who was deployed twice fighting for our country. The liberals can't survive without men like him. What sort of batshit argument are MM trying to make here? LGBA are presenting facts as facts. I'm not even pretending the magic gender woo is real. How dare they? Go home, mermaids. You're embarrassing yourselves now. Smart people. People who think Elon is smart. Elon Musk. If you want to stop grooming kids, forcing kids to go to failing schools, teaching kids they are racist, confusing them about their gender, labeling parents as terrorists for attending school board meetings, then vote a straight Republican on Election Day for the children.
It's always for the children until they're born.
All right. I see a 1 and 3 can't choose, a 1 and 3. Alpha male number 1, despite how men are treated, turns into Gollum, nasty Hobbesies. Yes, despise. Gotcha. Haha. Toxic masculinity, I think, wins it for me. That I agree. Looks like number 1.
Number 1. All right. So worst tweet was number 1. Worst take from the everyday people without the blue check because they're peasants. No, I'm joking. I'm a peasant too. Don't feel bad. Was number 1. Got it. Yeah, I feel like that one fucking sucks too. Like,
all right. Here we go to the good takes. Good takes. Hot take number 1. I'd better never hear you bitch about drag shows again then, because I've been to both and they show the same amount of skin. And that's in response to Nick Adams, alpha male. I think people are starting to see the pattern here, Luke. I am sick and tired of beta males and feminists trying to guilt trip alpha males out of eating at Hooters. There is absolutely nothing wrong with eating at Hooters on a weekly basis, even with the family and kids.
See, and this is true because I've been to a lot of drag shows, especially in the last couple of years, and it's not a sexual thing. Drag performers are only performing. That's their whole thing. They dance and everything, but it's more of a performance. It's more of an act that they're doing. Sometimes their clothes are a little revealing, but no more or less than we see on TV every day. So Mara says probably less skin, honestly. Facts.
Now, I'm going to respond to this.
Yeah, go for it.
I've been to probably, I'd say, half a dozen drag shows, and I've been to 3 Hooters. Okay. 2 of the Hooters, the women went around braless while wearing their Hooter tops. Okay. One of them, they wore bras. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with the female breast as it is. There's legislators that believe that women with breasts are indecent, but I don't consider it an indecency. But since your alpha males sexualize women breasts, that's what they're going there for. And then, of course, they're bringing their family and kids there, trying to say it's okay when obviously the wife is supporting the husband, which again now is going more probably to Republicans, and the kids are being taught that it's okay to sexualize women. Then you have drag shows. I've been to some very non-sexual drag shows, and I've been to some very sexual drag shows, and yet I never seem to see kids at those drag shows. But the other drag shows that are non-sexual, I see everybody there. So depending upon the intent, I would say there is more discretion within the drag shows. So anyways, adult men in makeup and full gowns, lip syncing, barely legal girls in tanks and hipster underwear being assaulted by grandfathers. There you go, Mara. There you go.
Can you put that on the screen?
Yep.
Yeah. Because like, I feel like the carrot thing, it's really important there. It doesn't translate well with voice, but yeah, facts. most of the girls at Hooters are like 18, 19 years old, and they got their breasts out and their short shorts on and all that, and they're literally there so that older men can come in and order food and ogle them. I fuck them basically, like Mara said. But the drag show people, they're usually like, you know, they're older, they're usually like in their 30s, around that age, and they're just lip singing and performing, so and dancing, that's it. And
I
they're
tell
usually
you,
wearing more clothes.
I've never seen camel toes at a drag show, but I've seen cooters at a Hooters.
Cooters at a Hooters. Ari Nanya also says, hot, if you don't mind, I keep
Nope,
telling
got
you to
it.
put him on the screen, I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
got it.
But haha, I like how Nick Adams has to announce that he's an alpha male. LOL. Yeah, prove yourself, work harder.
Wait till you see our tweet later that we have with him.
He
All
made
right.
it twice. He made it twice.
Yes. All right. On to the next one. All right. Hot take number 2. I'll let you read this one.
Oh, okay. It's weird still seeing people support the LGBA. Like, it's so stupid they could even try calling themselves a charity or nonprofit organization when they literally are against people having rights. They shouldn't even be able to call themselves the LGBA because they aren't even. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier in the bad take tweet about the LGBA. That's why they're trying, why Mermaids is challenging their charity status, because a charity is supposed to be open to all people. It's not supposed to discriminate on the basis of sexuality, gender identity, race, anything like that. That's what a charity is there for. It's not supposed to discriminate. So since they're discriminating against transgender people, basically saying that, you know, they don't believe that they should have the right to self-identify, and they shouldn't be in women's restroom, like trans women shouldn't be in women's restrooms, and trans men shouldn't be in men's restrooms, and that they're not really the gender they are saying that they are because it opposes their sex. Since they are discriminating, that's why they are being that's why Mermaids is challenging their charity status right now. And as this tweet says, they shouldn't even be able to call themselves the LGBA because they aren't even. Yeah, it's mostly straight people at the LGBA. So this is why this is a hot take, because it agrees with my opinion. I believe people should have human rights.
If you want an organization that actually supports the LGBTQIA community, look up the Human Dignity Foundation in San Diego. I have a lot of real good friends that work there, and trust me, they support everyone. So anyways, here we go on to the next one. Hot take number 3. Guess what? It's about Elon. You're starting to see the pattern. Your favorite snowflake paid $44 billion for you. Please love me. I can't unsee this now. Make note of the Photoshop here. That is an Elon Donald Trump Photoshop. You'll never unsee it now. You'll never unsee it.
This one's confusing the fuck out of me, though. Like, I really don't have a whole lot to say about it, because I'm not as in tune with what's going on with Elon, but apparently he's someone who backs Republicans, also backs Democrats and liberals and conservatives. Like, it's so confusing. I don't know what's happening. So I guess in this meme, Ari Nanya, I don't get it, me either. But it's a funny Photoshop. But but I T-Paw, ow, my eyes.
Okay. Let me explain it, okay?
Yes, you do it, because you're the one that knows what's going on with Elon, and I'm not up to date on Elon at all. So you do it.
This is basically Trump. The person that's writing it is basically saying Trump is Trump is stating that Elon paid $44 million. Okay. Your favorite snowflake, Elon, calling Elon a snowflake, paid $44 billion for you. Okay. The people. So please love me. Please love me, because now I can be back on here. I am on here all the time. Trump, Elon, on here all the time. Now you can adore me. Now you can adore me.
You know what? Sometimes jokes don't land. That's okay. The Photoshop's fire, though. The Photoshop's fire. All right. Next up.
Oh, yep. All right. This is insane. Miami-Dade County hires 3 Proud Boys as poll workers. One of the men facing 6 federal charges for storming the U.S. Capitol on January 6th has been reassigned to the standby list. Really? Proud Boys, insurrectionist, election day. Yeah. An insurrectionist is at the polling place in Florida, counting the votes.
See, I feel like poll workers should be someone that's as impartial to the process as jury members. You know, like when you get somebody in for a jury, they ask you about, like, you know, whether you have any discrimination, predilection towards discrimination for, you know, like race or gender or anything like that. And then if you do have any of those, you can't be on the jury. And then these Miami-Dade County in fucking Florida, they literally bring in people that's like clearly not bipartisan. They're hardcore Republicans. They were there on January 6th trying to, like, you know, stage a coup and didn't believe that the president lost and shit. It's like, why would you put these people in the polls like that? These people would be more likely to intimidate voters who are coming in that might vote blue. Like, that's exactly what you don't want as a poll worker. Mara Nara says, "Me, a Floridian," and then an emoji that didn't pop up, but I can guess what it says. And Ari says,
"It's like a little Groucho Marx Hitler emoji."
Oh no!
Let me put it up here. Can you see it now?
No, it just shows me a little square. I'm not allowed to see it. It's fine.
Oh.
And Ari says Florida.
Yes. Too bad I didn't connect this with a Florida man post. Oh my goodness, that would have been hilarious.
Right?
Okay. Let's take this back to let's see. Here we go. Hot take number 1. I'd better never hear you bitch about drag shows again then, because I've been to both and they show the same amount of skin. And that's in response to Nick Adams, alpha male. All right. Then who takes his family to Hooters? Then let's go to the hot take number 2. It's weird still seeing people support the LGBA like it's so stupid. They can even try calling themselves a charity or nonprofit organization when they literally are against people having rights. They shouldn't even be able to call themselves the LGBA because they aren't even. Then we have your favorite snowflake, the Elon Donald Trump Photoshop. Very good Photoshop, by the way. Very good Photoshop. And I can see the likeness in both of them. And then the last one, this is insane. Miami-Dade County hires 3 Proud Boys as poll workers. So which hot take do you think is the best hot take? Mara says number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else?
Just give him a second. I think there's a lag between us speaking and hearing each other and the actual comments. So we'll give him a second to bring that on through. I feel like the last 2 weren't really all that impactful, sadly.
Yeah. No, number 1, alpha male would approve.
Okay. Yes.
I'm in agreement. It's number 1. Number 1. I think number 1 is the best one.
I think number 1 too. That one's the one that elicited the most reaction for me as well. Like number 4 was kind of it.
Yeah.
Number 4 was rough, but
yeah.
Like if I was choosing, I'd be like 1 or 4 would probably be for me. But
yeah, 1.
Yeah, T-Paul again. Okay. All right. So best takes number 1.
Yep. Now we're gonna go to bad takes with blue checks. These are from blue checks only. Bad take number 1. Alpha Males Eat at Hooters by Nick Adams.
There was a follow-up tweet to this, and I should have told you, Paul, before the show. I really wish we would have put that one in there, but there's a hot take that comes up later that has that tweet in it that I really like. But yeah, again, with the fucking Hooters, Nick, what the fuck? Why?
Yeah.
This one doesn't need much explanation, I don't think.
No, it's self-explanatory. Number 2, I'll let you read this one.
Okay. Tinfoil Nazis. It's all a big conspiracy, apparently, to turn gay men into women, so they are straight. And the NHS, the National Health Service, are in on it, ignoring the fact that there are gay, straight, bi, etc. trans people, and the UK gay population went up by 4% last year. The LGBT is a joke. Now, this one was complicated for me when I first read it because I was like, are they like in support of gay people? Is this like saying that? And now I'm rereading it and now I'm worried that it's a hot take. So maybe we should vote on whether this is a hot take or a bad take, because now I'm rereading it and I'm starting to get worried that she's trying to say that, like, you know, fuck the LGBT and they're saying that the LGBT are bad. And that's who she's talking about as tinfoil Nazis. But now, like, when I read it the first time, I thought that they were, the top take was that, oh, I feel so embarrassed. You know what? This has to happen sometimes, though. This is the first show, so it's okay if, like, I picked the wrong tweet. It's a learning experience.
The fact that it's confusing makes it a bad take.
Well, I wouldn't say that. If she's defending trans people, then I don't want to call it a bad take. It's just, here's what I thought that it meant, and I'm probably
she should have made it more clear. She should have worded it differently. But go on.
Maybe. But what I thought that it meant is that they were saying that mermaids were trying to basically turn gay men, like say that men were not men, shit. They were trying to say that people were transitioning and becoming trans women in order to escape their sexuality and be accepted and not have that stigma surrounding their sexuality anymore. I thought that that's what she was saying, and saying that the NHS, the National Health Service, was in it and it was a conspiracy. But then I read apparently, and I was like, oh, this reads like sarcasm. Like, sarcasm didn't like come through for me. So that's why I thought that she was serious and that it wasn't sarcasm. But now I'm starting to think the first part was sarcasm. What do you guys think? Do you think it was sarcasm, or do you think that this was a legitimate take saying that, you know, that mermaids were trying to force gay men into becoming trans women? What do you guys think after reading this?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I know I kind of hijacked it, but
no, that's all right. Like I said, it's confusing. I think it needed to be worded better on whichever way she actually thinks, you know. So I would have to read through more of her tweets just to try to figure out which side she's coming from, because from this I can't tell.
Okay. And Ari says it's very confusing too. So I don't feel as dumb for immediately thinking it was a bad take. Because
last night I was with you, and now I'm, you know, again, you know, I was confused last night, but I was like, okay, this is what Luke is saying it says, so I can see that. So that's got to be what it is. So anyway.
I was confidently wrong.
No matter. All right, here we go to bad take number 3. Blue check, bad take number 3. Elon Musk, by Elon Musk, the real Elon Musk. To independent-minded voters, shared power curbs the worst excesses of both parties. Therefore, I recommend voting for a Republican Congress, given that the presidency is Democratic. And your point is both parties curbs the worst excesses of both parties. Shared power curbs the worst excess of both parties. Oh, wait a minute. Therefore, okay. But that wouldn't be, that's still not the answer, Elon. Voting for a Republican Congress doesn't share the power. It would have to be a Republican House and a Democratic Senate, or vice versa, Republican House and or whichever I said, reverse it. But anyways, that's where you need the split, because the legislative body is the most powerful body in our three bodies of government. Okay, so even this statement is wrong. If you want the shared power to be actually shared, then the House and Senate need to be split.
What I wanted to say, I mean, this goes back to what you were saying earlier about abolishing both parties as well. Like, I know that that's where you stand on it. You're like, you know what, fuck party systems. Like, let's just vote for who's like got the best takes, which I'm all for. Tuesday takes. But the problem that I have with this tweet, and the reason why I think it's a bad take, I know you, anyway, the reason why I think it's a bad take is because they're saying vote for a Republican Congress because that's the way to keep the worst excesses of the Democratic Party from sleeping in. I see that they're trying to like keep it balanced, that's what Elon's trying to say, and yay, balance. But I don't think that we need to throw in some the Republican Party into Congress when what they're standing for is to take away rights from people, especially like trans people, everyone in the LGBTQ plus community, women's right to their bodies. Like the takes for Republicans is so dangerous that I feel like it's beyond the point where I'd feel comfortable putting Republicans in a place of power, just because there's too much to lose there. So putting them in a position of power just for the sake of maintaining the balance in this particular case with the climate right now, what the far right is doing, feels like it's not worth it. It's not worth that risk. And I'll shut up now because I see that you put a comment there.
Yeah, no, and you're absolutely right. And I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to read T-Paul here. I think he's talking about your suggestion, and he's not wrong. Shared power is hard, and the worst excess of power is what is being talked about, where no progress happens at all. The problem actually goes a lot deeper than that. All right, it's supposed to be an adversarial climate to where you have the left and the right that agree that there's a problem. They just come at it from different directions, and they throw in compromises to fix the problem. What we have right now is the left says there's a problem. The right says, nope, it's not a problem. The right says there's a problem, and the left says, nope, it's not a problem. And that's where we're at, that they can't even agree that a problem is a problem. Climate change is a fucking problem. Systemic discrimination is a problem. And they can't agree that these are problems. And that's where the problem is. And right now, having a split party system isn't getting us anywhere. An absolute complete House, Senate, and presidency and Supreme Court will get a lot of shit done. And it'll get it done very rapidly. The problem is whoever's in power is going to get done what they want and done rapidly. So if the Republicans are in power, expect on losing all your rights. If the Democrats are in power, hopefully they can codify all the rights. I'm not sure I like having Republicans in a place of power either. That being said, we always get the shaft end of the stick as a country, and rights are always at stake. Absolutely. I talk about this a lot, especially like in my book, because it's not about left and right. It's about corporate politicians versus humanitarian politicians. And we have corporate politicians on both sides of the aisle. And they do everything for the corporations first, and then give the people breadcrumbs. That's where the problem is. So, yeah. This is a strong statement, and it is a bad take, because voting Republican is not going to fix any of the problems right now. It's only going to make them worse, especially when you got a side that is tyrant. And remember, I'm an independent. I try to vote for the best candidate that there is, and I just voted a straight left ticket. I probably won't vote it for another Republican until this whole racist bullshit that they have and taking away women's rights, this misogyny, and all this other shit leaves the Republican Party. So, anyways, that's where I am.
And Mara says government stalemate, LOL, and said 100% Paul. So Mara's, we got a bunch of liberal snowflakes in the comments. I love it.
Oh no, we're all snowflakes. All right, let's go to bad take number 4. Blue check, bad take. Fact check. Abortion is not healthcare. It is killing. This is definitely a bad take because that is not a fact check. All right. I'm going to tell you a real quick story. I was a bounty hunter when I was in Las Vegas. Okay. And one of the people that I had to track down, we went to a storage unit because we thought we could either find him there or we could find information that would help us find where he was at. So we opened up the storage unit, and it's what the local authorities in Las Vegas called a butcher shop. And they were doing illegal abortions in this storage facility. This is when abortion was legal. Now that it's made illegal, just imagine how much worse that's going to be. No, abortion is health care. And no, it's not killing. Disallowing abortions is not health care. And that is killing. More people are going to die because of this.
I agree 110%. I also wanted to draw your attention to the comments because I'm sorry, guys, when I say liberal, Democrat, that kind of thing, I don't mean to like pigeonhole you into a political party. I just when I say that, I mean that socially. I'm not taking into account all the different facets of a political party. So I apologize for that. But yeah, Mara says socially liberal, but fiscally conservative. T-Paul says I ended up voting blue for the most part this time. Kind of tired of all the crap in my state. Blue and libertarian, says T-Paul. Mara says, basically, I'm just mad at the whole system, LOL. T-Paul says, fucking same, directed at Mara.
Yes. Yeah. See, I'm a progressive socialist. And when I say that, it just scares the hell out of people. You're a socialist. Well, let me explain to you what socialism is. You voted, you're a socialist because our tax dollars pay their wages. So if you vote, you're also a socialist. Anyways, I'm not going to go into that. That's not the space. That's not what this space is for. This space is to be a little bit more fun. Anyways, here we go. We got 4 takes here. Let me go back to the first one.
Feels good to sit back. Okay.
There we go.
Yep. Go ahead.
Alpha males eat at Hooters. Hoo-yah!
Hoo-yah.
That's
Really
a bad
bad.
take. Tinfoil Nazis. It's all a big conspiracy, apparently, to turn gay men into women so that they are straight. And the NHS are in on it. Well, I've always said I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. So, I mean, you know, I guess I fit the criteria in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. Anyways.
This one's a confusing one. Like, well, I'd be confused. Like, if somebody votes on this, like, I'll be surprised, but it's valid.
Yeah. To the independent-minded voters, shared power curbs the worst excesses of both parties. Therefore, I recommend voting for a Republican Congress, given that the presidency is Democratic. I'm letting you right now, I believe this to be the worst take, but that's my opinion. Fact check: abortion is not healthcare. It is killing. Okay, I this one ties for that one. I think these two are the worst. I don't know which one I would pick. It's 1 or 2. I mean, 3 or 4. So let's see what the people in the comments say. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Beginning? Oh, sorry. Can we go back to the beginning?
Sure.
I forgot what the first one said. I'm sorry.
Come on. What?
Poor Paul. All right. And Ari says number 4. Okay.
All
Ari's
right.
number
there you
4.
Go. Where's number 1? There's the
Okay.
first bad take, Luke.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
So we have
Second one, tinfoil Nazis.
okay.
Number 3, to independent-minded voters. And then number 4, fact check. Yeah, I'm seeing a 4 from Ari, 4 from Mara.
Yep. Just waiting on T-Paul to weigh in. I'm going to wait for T-Paul to weigh in because I know he's struggling. I know he's struggling. Ari says the office can go take part in a circle jerk.
Yeah.
Giving you a second. Come on, there's T-Paul, number 4. Got him. All right, so that was like by a landslide. I think that has more to do with the fact that like our choices, the other 3 takes, were kind of wonky, which is fine. I mean, this is our first show. We did our best. Go us. So number 4 is the worst take on this one.
Yep. All right. Here we go to hot takes. Blue check hot takes.
Yes.
Sarah Reese Jones, pro tip. If you have to tell people you're an alpha male, you're not one.
I already know Ari's going to vote on this one. Ari has like a seething hatred for fucking out. Look at her. She already commented. T-Paul said, God damn it, LR, you have me nailed. Mwah. I do my best. And Mara says, note that I say that as a person who would not undergo an abortion myself unless in an extreme circumstance. Same here, Mara. Like, I'm at an age now to where, like, if I did accidentally find myself pregnant, I would probably try to have it just because, you know, yay, opportunity. But I think that I should still have that choice. I'm sorry. I know I'm going back in the comments, Paul. I just don't want anyone to be ignored. That's all. But
okay.
When Marinara said number 4, she said, I have libertarian views on this. I don't think government should have any say in any adult citizen's bodily autonomy. I 110% agree with you on that, Mara.
Right. See, I am pro-life, but I vote pro-choice. And I'm not pro-life because of religious aspects. Okay. I believe that women should only get an abortion in the case of incest, rape, life of the mother, and a few other situations. Okay. But I believe there needs to be education before a woman gets an abortion. All right. And the reason why I think abortion needs to be legal, okay, is because if you criminalize it, you're murdering innocent people who can't either afford, can't have, or there's other risk factors involved. You're murdering people. So, yes, it has to be pro-choice. And then the other reason why I am pro-choice is that it's not my body. I am not a woman. I can't give birth. So since I can't give birth, then I can't tell a woman, no, she has to give birth. She has to have that choice. It's not exactly, again, I truly have no say in it. I cannot get pregnant. And since I can't get pregnant, I have no say. I think it should be completely left up to those that can get pregnant.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Because like I was raising my hand, like you saw it creeping up. It's because of when you said, I believe there needs to be education before they get the abortion. I was like, oh God, no, please, Paul, don't do this to me. Because I was going to say, like, anytime you put a prerequisite on a woman having a choice in her body, or even a man having a choice in his body if he has a womb, then that's creeping into dangerous territory. It's like, no, first you have to clear these fucking hurdles first before you get to decide what you want to do with your body. So I'm different from you on that as far as like what I think needs to be put in place.
But I think education is important in the aspect of, if I'm going to get a surgery, I need to be educated on what's going to happen, what I'm going to go through, what the repercussions of it could be. Okay. Just like they did when I had an L3, L4 fusion. Trust me, they didn't say, okay, you need the surgery. Here you go. We're going to put you on the table and fucking do it. No, They went through a process and prepped me for this to make sure I still wanted to do it. That should be done for any medical procedure, and an abortion is a medical procedure.
I agree with you there. The problem that I had with it, and I don't think this was your intent at all. It just gave me that knee-jerk trauma response fucking thing to what you said. And it's not what you meant. It's not what you meant at all. I realize that now. But when people say education from a pro-life standpoint, they're typically talking about like trying to convince the woman or the person with the womb not to have the abortion because it's killing, it's murder. Look, we're going to rip apart the fetus in your womb and like try to convince them.
No, that's
But
not
real
education. That's propaganda.
Yeah, but real education about like the what could happen when you undergo this procedure, absolutely. I think they do that already. But yes, yes, I agree with that.
Exactly.
We have a bunch of fucking comments. We have T-Paul who says, I'm a guy who goes to the gym a lot, and that first one makes me laugh because she is right, technically. Oh, we're not on the abortion one, are we? We went back to hot take.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Back to hot take number 1. Pro tip. If you have to tell people you're an alpha male, you're not one. Exactly. Okay.
I feel like we went we went back. Did we go back to a slide, or how did we get back to abortion?
Because we started reading the comments and it took us back.
Yeah, that's what happened. My bad. I'm sorry. Yeah. I derailed the show myself.
It's all right. No worries. All right. Hot take number 2. GLAAD says politicians are trying to turn the LGBTQ people into a fake enemy for you to be scared of. Then they're saying, vote for me and I'll protect you from that enemy I just made up. Amber Ruffin. God, I love Amber Ruffin. If you don't watch Amber Ruffin, you need to start watching Amber, because Amber will educate you. Not in the sense that we were just talking earlier, but in the sense that we were talking earlier. They say America is the land of the free, yet LGBTQIA discrimination has become a garbage tradition. Yes.
Marinara, you said BDE is felt, not seen. Can you tell me what BDE means? Because I'm unfamiliar with that. And T-Paw says, Luke is a derail. That's their code name. This is facts. But Marinara, please tell me what BDE means, because I don't know what it means. I'm old. I'm not up to date on my acronym.
I'm really old and I don't know what it means.
Now, if
the E would have been gone and there would have been an S and an M on there, I would have known exactly what that meant.
While we're waiting for Mara to respond, because I know there's a lag, I'm going to read the other 2 comments. That way they don't feel left out.
Okay.
Mara said earlier, exactly, Paul, outlawing abortion only stops safe practice of abortion. And T-Paw says, there's far more at stake too than just abortion. Ghostel, my wife, goes on a fucking soapbox about that one.
Yes. Oh, and BDE. I knew what BD was. Oh my God.
Did I.
Big dick energy. There we go. If you have to announce it, you don't have it.
Facts.
There you go.
Facts.
Right.
But this fake enemy thing, it's all fear mongering. We've been noticing that for like the past 6 or 7 years. People just creating like all this like fear and terror around a marginalized group of people. And we've done that throughout history in this country, where like we take one minority and we go like, oh, you know, they're essay that's what they're going to do. They're going to essay you in the restroom. They're bad people because like they're this, they're different, they're new. And that's what's happening with transgender people right now. We did it with gay people back in the 90s too. It was like, oh, they all have AIDS, they all have HIV. This is all where that came from, is these gay people. Like they're dirty people. That used to be a thing. They used to call them pedophiles, and they're doing the same thing with transgender people now, is calling them pedophiles and saying that, you know, like they want to SA people and that they're bad and they have diseases and all this good shit. So like, it's the same thing we've seen throughout history. Like, why can't we fucking learn? Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about this. I'm done now.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Dana, if you're in the room here and all that, I just went on Twitter and the live is up and working. The last time you said it wasn't working, it was also working. So I don't know. It might be something with your phone because I just went on mine. It is up and working.
All right, cool. And I also have the space open in case Dana can't access this. For anyone who can't access YouTube right now, I have the space still open where they can at least get the audio if they want to hear it. So that's still open.
All right. Going to the blue check hot take number 3. Elon Musk, your feedback is appreciated. Now pay $8. Blue check. Troll.
This is what I was talking about Elon making fun of himself. This is why I struggle to really dislike him, go one way or the other. He's squarely in the middle. He's making fun of his own shit.
Yes. He's trolling people. I love it. He's just like a super troll of everybody on the left and the right. I mean, he really, yes, Mara, yes. Now that is BDE. Anyways, he's a super troll. He's a super troll.
Apparently, Paul, the link in the space isn't working in the Twitter post. So that's where people are having a problem. The link that you've posted, people aren't able to click on it and come into the room. So that's the problem we're having right now. So if you want to take a brief intermission for the show real quick to go ahead and fix that, I'll just talk to people in the comments until that's fixed so that people can actually come in.
That'll actually take too long.
Okay.
Just go to in the moment. Just go to in the moment and or go to one of the prior videos and click on it. I don't know why it's not working in the thing and all that. Well, I didn't copy it directly. I just typed it in, so that might be it. I'll just have to do a copy and paste next time.
Okay, that's fine. If somebody else would like to do that's in the comments to just kind of help us out. So some people who actually want to be in here and interact can do that. That'd be awesome. But let's move on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if I try doing that, I'll probably just end up shutting the whole system down. I don't want to do that.
Oh no, that's terrible. Okay, all right.
Yes.
No, you're good. You're good. You're Gucci. Let's
Takes
move
everything
on.
I got.
Mara says she got us. Thank you, Mara.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mara.
She's so helpful. She's helpful in the spaces that I do on Twitter. That's why she's always my co-host. She's always on top of that shit. All right. Hot take number 4.
All right. Intentionally deceiving people who are eligible to vote so they don't show up to the polls is a federal crime called voter suppression. Visit fbi.gov, protect the vote, to learn more about this risk and how to report suspected incidents to the FBI. Help defend the right to vote by reporting any suspected instances of voter suppression, especially those received through a private communication channel like texting to your local FBI field office and ask to speak to an election crimes coordinator. Now that is a hot take. You know, the FBI, blue check, put out a tweet saying, stop voter suppression. And I know a lot of this came out because in Arizona, armed right-wingers were sitting in parking lots, going up and asking people for their IDs when they were trying to drop their votes off in the ballot box.
Oh my God. But see, this is how blue check should use their power. Anytime that you have a blue check, you got a verified account on Twitter, it should be used to look at the communities that you are serving as a blue check and to hear their concerns and put out the information and show that, hey, I'm listening and I'm here to fight back on that with my influence. And I know the FBI is an organization all to its own. But I also see a lot of other blue checks or celebrities and things like that who use their power in the same way. They listen to what their people are experiencing and the struggles that they're going through.
Whoops. we just lost Luke. Oh, it's probably a Wi-Fi connection. That's okay. So anyways, we will go back to number 14. Pro tip, if you have to tell people you're an alpha male, you're not one. Then the next hot take, politicians are trying to turn LGBTQ people into fake enemy for you to be scared of. So number 2 is the fake enemy. Number 3 is Elon Musk and his trolling with your feedback is appreciated. Now pay $8. And then number 4, intentionally deceiving people who are eligible to vote so they don't show up to the polls. All right. So take your pick. Which one do you think is the best? Yes, T-Paw. I think she lost internet. I think Luke lost internet connection, but we will find out where Luke is. Let's see if I get a DM from Luke. It shut down. All right, still rolling. All right. Number 1, I love 3, but I think 1 still wins it. All right. And my vote goes for number 4 because I want to stop voter suppression. So I love 1. 1 is absolutely the funniest. It's definitely the funniest. So in relation to humor, I agree. Number 1 definitely takes the cake. But I'm the political guy, so obviously I'm going to go for number 4. Here we go. Luke is back. Hello, Luke.
Hi.
Hi. That's all right. We were just doing the vote. I'm gonna take it back so you can have a revisit to number 1. Pro tip: if you have to tell people you're an alpha male, you're not one. Number 2, politicians are trying to turn LGBTQIA people into a fake enemy. Number 3, your feedback is appreciated. Now pay $8. And number 4, voter suppression, help defend the right to vote. We have Mara, loves 3, but number 1 still wins with Mara. Ari, number 1. I agree that number 1 is by far the funniest, but my vote goes to number 4. Oh, wait, Ari just changed hers to number 2.
Oh, shit. That's why we go
Okay.
back through them.
Yep. Okay. So we have Mara
Still
with
waiting
number
for
1, Mara with number 1, Ari with number 2, me with number 4. Hold your vote because you might be a tiebreaker. I don't think he's going to come back with number 3, but we'll see.
He will just to fuck with us. He's a chaos demon. But T-Paul literally said, Luke went, okay, thanks, bye, and bounced. That's true. I didn't mean to. I thought the whole show shut down. I was like, no, Paul, what did you do? And I DM'd you, and then you were like, we're still rolling. I was like, oh, fuck. All right. So I'm just not there. Yep. That's what's happening.
Yeah. First thing I looked at is up in the upper left corner, it says live. We're in it 1 hour and 8 minutes and 50 seconds. I looked at that, and it's like, okay, it's still going. So we're still rolling.
Let's see.
Mara agrees that number 4 is probably the most important overall. Yes, 4 is definitely the most important overall, I believe.
I've scratched out so many numbers. Don't fucking change.
Mara didn't change. She's still number 1. She just agrees that number 4 is probably the most important.
T-Paul, you best get your ass in here and vote. There we go. Number 4 is the worst. So, fuck.
Number 1 is the funniest. Okay, number 4 is the worst. Fuck you, T-Paul.
Do you mean best? We're looking for best takes right now. T-Paul.
Yes.
Number 4
is the most society impacting. Yes. Okay. So number 1 and number 1. So where's your vote, Luke?
Maybe I should say 3. What's number 3? Let me look at it first. Let me see if I want to do this to us.
Hold on. I'll go back through them real quick. Pro tip. All right. So we got the pro tip. That's alpha male. If you have to tell people you're an alpha, you're not one. Number 2, politicians are trying to turn LGBTQ people into a fake enemy for you to be scared of.
Okay.
Number 3, your feedback is appreciated. Now pay $8. And number 4, voter fraud, voter
I
suppression.
can't in good faith say 3. So I'm gonna say number 4. I'm going to say number 4, and that'll be the winner. Sorry, Mari and Ari. I didn't mean to like ignore you
no,
like make you lose.
That doesn't make 4 the winner because T-Paw said 1 is the funniest. And Mara voted for number 1.
Yeah, but we're looking for the best one. What's the best tweet for the day? Like, that's what we're asking for. T-Paw came in with all the chaos. Number 1 is the funniest. Number 4 is the worst. Number 4 is the most society impacting. Which is the answer? Which is the answer? I don't know.
I think
so
4
many
is the
numbers.
best. I think 4 is the best. 3 is the corporate funny. Okay. Which one do you think is the best overall?
T-Paw's not going to give us a straight answer. He's here to fuck with us. That's what's happening. He's fucking with us right now. I told you that he would. And then Mara chimed in. Number 3 is the chaotic good answer. Bitch, stop. There's too many numbers. Yeah. Nobody wins.
T-Paw's pulling an Elon right now.
Mara taking pity on me. I can see that number 4 is the
best tweet is number 3.
And then T-Paw, best tweet is number 3.
Okay, 4 wins. Woohoo! There we go. I got a winner. Thank you, T-Paw. All right. Oh my God, this was hilarious.
Best show ever.
Yes. This is the most fun show right now. I love this. This has been a blast.
It has. I feel like good people. It was a lot of fun. Lots of really important discussions, but also a lot of laughter, and that's what I'm here for. Like, yeah, let's have the heavy conversations and shit like that too, but also let's laugh a little. Let's have some fun.
Yeah. Maybe next week, instead of trying to go with like Elon and the political and stuff like that, maybe we should just go for funny, not funny. In other words, people trying to
we could do a category. We could do a category for that. Yeah. Like, I was planning on changing the categories every show. Like, this one was LGBTQ plus and alpha males, and we did politics, and we did Elon Musk. So next show we'll like pick 4 other categories. Oh, idea, guys. Since you guys were here for the whole show, if you'd like to weigh in with some categories that you'd like to see on the next show, I'll write them down and I'll do some research on them and stuff and try to come up with some tweets from those categories. What kind of categories would you like to see next week?
Humor and chaos. Public service I offer for free.
I love T-Paw. He's so funny. But yes, I want to. If you guys have any tips or any categories that you'd like to see, I definitely feel free to do that. Like, put them in the comments. And even if you don't put them in Wildlife. Yeah.
I'm sure we can find
Mara says funny celebrity tweets. Okay. Yeah. I'm just, it's called Tuesday Takes. So what the problem that I'm having with just using memes and funny tweets and stuff like that is that I'm not sure if we could find bad takes and hot takes for that category.
Well,
you know what I mean?
We could find people that are trying to be funny and it's just not funny. We don't get it. Let's throw it up as a consideration. When we do our research, we'll try to find them. And if we can't, then fuck it. We'll throw another category in.
Okay.
Insightful author tweets.
T-Paul says tweets by Yee, which, yes, that's a fucking gold mine. Trump's not on Twitter anymore, and I never missed him more than when I was trying to come up with tweets for this fucking show. Insightful author tweets.
Funny or just weird. Relatable writer identity crisis tweets.
Funny, you're just weird. You know what? We could make one of the categories, instead of it being like a take category, maybe like the last category or the first category, one of the two, can just be for, the celebrity tweets funny or just weird.
Okay.
Or we could do something like that.
Okay. Well,
and we'll just make one.
If we knock it down, instead of 4 tweets, we go 3 tweets. That'll knock away 1/3 of the time that we have going through the stuff.
Oh.
And then we could open up a new category like that and do celebrity tweets.
Yes, that's a really good idea. Mara says, I second relatable author writing tweets. Brilliant. Okay, cool. So relatable author. Okay, so what we can do, what I think that we should do is maybe like for the first half of the show, it can be like takey, like what we did today. What's the worst takes and the best takes for like 2 of the categories, like Yee and authors, worst and best takes from authors. And then we can do the last 2 categories, which could be relatable author writing tweets that people can vote on, and
most amazing wildlife photos. Vote for the best.
Okay, wildlife photos.
Yeah,
for best.
Here's an idea, Luke. Instead of having like where we did 4 categories in a take for good takes and bad takes, instead let's have like a category that we do 4 tweets on, and we pick the best. So like alpha male would be the category from everyday people, and we would have 4 tweets, and we would give our 4 bad tweets on alpha male and 4 good tweets on alpha male. So we would just do 4 tweets on a category.
I feel like we did that though. We did 4 tweets on a category, but it was broken up between best and worst for everyday and best and worst for blue checks. You guys are just seeing like our process now. Like we're just here having a discussion.
Right. Right. But we did Elon, LGBTQ politics, and whatever the other one was, alpha males.
Right.
Okay. Instead of having 4 different categories within good takes, let's have 1 category with 4 tweets. In other words, just alpha males with 4 tweets on all of them on alpha males.
Okay, so you want to separate it, instead of like doing the everyday tweets first and the blue check tweets second, you want to do it by category instead of whether or not they have a blue check?
Good tweets are all right, bad takes, alpha male, 4 tweets. All right. Bad take, everyday people. Alpha male's the category. Here's 4 tweets. Good takes, everyday people. Categories alpha male, 4 hot takes.
Okay. All right. We'll discuss that more later. The only thing that I was concerned about is like these new categories that are being mentioned that I love a lot, like the relatable author writing tweets, the wildlife photos, parental fails or wins, unusual recipes, edible or not. Fuck yeah. Like I like all of those things. The only problem is like, I feel like, because this is called Tuesday Takes, so I feel like if we get too far away from like what it's actually titled, we're just gonna change the title. That's what it's going to be. So if that's the direction that we're going to take it, and it's not going to be about hot takes and bad takes, then we're going to have to change what we call the show.
No, it would still be hot takes and bad takes. It's just instead of having 4 categories.
Yeah, but how can you have a hot take? Yeah, but how can you have a hot take about like a wildlife photo though? Like there's not a bad take about a deer photo or something, like you take a picture of a deer and be like, did this person have a good opinion about the deer or a bad opinion? Like it doesn't make sense. Like there's no opinion there. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Right.
So I'm not saying we can't do that. Like we can create one of those categories. One of the categories can be something fun at the end of the show or at the beginning of it. But if we're going to keep calling it Tuesday Takes, we're going to need to make sure that it's opinions. Like, is this a good take or a bad take? How hot of a take is an opinion, says Galacta. How hot of a take is an opinion? I don't understand the question. Or Ari Nanya says movie reviews. Jesus, I don't know. But this was a fun show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like the parental fail or win, though. Parental fail or win could probably be a take segment, to be honest. Parental fail win. Okay. Movie reviews. Okay. All right. Cool. Sorry. Yeah, those are some really great ideas, though. I like that. It gives me a lot of ideas for the next show.
Controversial movies.
Oh, yes. That's perfect. That could probably be its own fucking show, to be honest. Like the next show could just be just about controversial movies. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
They, them. Have you heard about that movie?
No, I haven't.
With Kevin Bacon?
No.
It's a horror movie.
Oh. Damn it. Don't tell me. The transgender person is the fucking killer.
Actually, I think Kevin Bacon is, but you'll have to watch it. Google it. I've only seen the preview for it. Oh, I
already know. I loved Everyone Hates But Too Popular. Star Wars Episode 3. Hi, Galacta. Thanks for stopping in. We're at the end of the show. We're just like coming up. We're brainstorming with people in the comments about different things, like different ideas for the next show. Actually, I love that we're making the audience part of the process. That makes me so happy.
Revenge of the Sith is precious.
Like voting on movies that are perhaps critical failures, but people loved. Yes, I will spend so much time on Rotten Tomatoes. Yes, Rotten Tomatoes movies, love or hate. That's a great idea. I love this. Like, even if we do end up like changing it, we could just make it takes. Like, because a take is just an opinion. That's what it is. That's what an opinion is. What's your take on this? What's your take on that? So, I mean, I guess this first episode of the show doesn't have to fall in line with like what we do in the future going forward. I guess we can just be like, what's our opinions on this and on that? With movies and parental fail win, that kind of thing. I maybe I'm just trying to hold too tight to the initial idea. That's probably a possibility.
Well, we don't have to stick to just tweets. We can handle. We can do everything else. You know, we can do a movie review, hot takes, Tuesday takes. I mean, it doesn't have to be tweets.
That's true. It doesn't have to be the same formula every single time. See, this is why I work better as your right-hand man than I do running a show of my own, because I'm learning so much from you. I really am.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it's teaching me to not be so steadfast in what I do.
I'm still learning too. I'm still learning too. You know, I mean, the day I stop learning is the day I die.
Oh my Jesus, fuck. The comments went nuts. Somebody mentioned Star Wars and now it's just ultimate power, unlimited power. Like that's all the comments are right now.
See, all these people are going to hate me.
Oh, and that was High Lord. Galacta.
All these people are going to hate me. You know
Galacta's why? High Lord.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Well, because
why?
I only watched the first Star Wars back in like the 1970s, and I haven't watched one since.
don't.
Empire Strikes Back, didn't watch it. The Yoda character, didn't watch it. All these new ones, didn't watch them. I'm a Star Trekkie. Seen them all.
Listen, oh Galacta.
Oh, no!
Listen, though, listen. You're not as bad as me, though, Paul, because I actually tried to watch Star Wars with my boyfriend at the time, like when I was like 15, 16 years old. I really liked him so much that I tried to watch it. And both times that I tried to watch it, I fell asleep like 15 minutes into the movie. It was so bad every single time, no matter how I tried. Oh, Paul's got a phone call. Blah, Star Trek says hi, Lord. Oh, did I say Star Trek? I meant Star Wars. My bad. Listen, I get the two mixed up sometimes. Well,
yeah, we got Captain Kirk, Captain Picard. I mean, we can go on and on and on. I mean, I can tell you all about Deep Space Nine, Next Generation, Voyager with Captain Janeway. I mean, 7 and 9 was goddamn. But I mean, yeah, Star Trek. Let's go. Star Wars. Luke, who?
All I could think of when you said I could tell you all about it is I could tell you all about it. I mean, look at this thing. I tried it with butter and everything changed. TikTok's ruined my brain. Mara says, same Luke. I didn't watch it entirely till I was like 20 after several attempts, but it finally stuck. I'll give it another shot again. Let's just see if I've built up a tolerance. The never-ending story, says Ari.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
All right. Awesome sauce. Well, thank you guys all for coming in. I got lots of great ideas from you guys for the next show. So me and Paul will be working together to come up with something really fun just from all of your guys' conversation, suggestions. I know how to say words. I totally know how to say words. So we'll put together something really tight from your guys' suggestions, and hopefully the next show goes a little smoother than this one. I feel like this one went pretty smooth, but it had its hiccups. It's growing pains. Yeah. But I'll let you talk, Paul.
Now, we could always do a Tuesday takes on books that we like, books that we don't like.
Yes, I love that.
Horror movies, yes, horror movies. I can do some horror movies. I love horror movies.
Or horror books even. Yes.
Horror duo. Yes. Stranger Things.
Ari says she can help us with anything movie related. Ari, you want to be on my show? You want to be on my show? We'll talk.
There we go. Anime.
Yes. I haven't watched anime in so long, though. I feel like I'm a poser at this point. But I watched a lot of anime, so I feel like that shit didn't wear off.
TV series. Movies, yeah. TV series.
Ooh, books and movies, or books versus movies too, Mara. Yes.
Oh, yes. Was the book as good as was the movie better than the book? There we go. Which was better, the book or the movie? Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, The Shining. Oh, I can go on and on. Yes. Anything that Stephen King did, the book was better than the movie.
Okay. Movies and series. That's a good one. Because a lot of good movies, I really liked Shadowhunters, the movie. I'd never got to read the book, but then the series came out, and apparently it wasn't. And I was like, okay, movies and series. What else we got? Mara says, yes, that was totally what I meant to say.
Never got into horror books just because I can't for my life see how they can be scary. I'm sorry. I read The Halloween and The Shining. Okay. Those two books were scary as hell. All right. And Halloween was way better. The book was way better than the movie.
That was literally too much for me to write, not Marinara. So I had to like take a picture of the fucking screen because you just mentioned a whole bunch. So, oh, there's something else I kind of want to do. I'm going to end up turning this into like a writer author thing. You do realize, Paul, like I'm trying my best not to because I'm trying to like stay with what it initially was. But I kind of do want to bring up some like authors and shit like that who and have our takes on different books and movies.
Yeah, well, we can do that. We can pull up authors and do our takes on them and all that. Is it a hot take or a bad take? You know, like take Stephen King, hot take or bad take? You know, we throw out the pros and cons. Yeah, we throw out the pros and cons and we decide what we think. Is Stephen King a hot take or do we have a bad take on him? And then we let the audience decide, is he a hot take or a bad take?
Yes, and Mara just brought up a really good point. Colleen Hoover is a hot topic right now. Bitch, she been a hot topic. I follow this Caleb dude on YouTube. By the way, hi, Caleb. If you can see this YouTube video when it posts, I love you. You're my favorite. He hates Colleen Hoover with a fucking passion. And I watch every single one of his videos regarding Colleen Hoover because I love how he hate reads. I drink and I know things. I feel like I know that phrase. Where is that from? I drink and I know things. Can't remember. I really wish we could like each other's comments, says Ari Facts. Penelope Douglas, Colleen Hoover. I'm writing these down. Penelope Douglas. I love this little after party thing that's happening. Can we do this every time, Paul? Because this after party thing here, I love it.
Absolutely.
Yes. Colleen Hoover. Got it. Brilliant. You're drinking, I know things. It's a Game of Thrones quote. You're going to hate me, Mara. Don't unfriend me, but I haven't watched Game of Thrones. I just know that it's got a lot of like sister and brothers doing things together that they probably shouldn't. That's all I know.
Game of Thrones was really well done, except for the last season.
I heard that.
Okay. Yeah, the last season, basically what happened is that the show caught up to the books, and the author couldn't finish basically writing anything good because he was rushed to finish it, and it ended up turning out to be garbage, you know?
Yes.
So, and I haven't watched House of Dragon. I was so disappointed with the last season of Game of Thrones that it's just like, Jesus Christ, you know? Now, if they would have done something with Arya, you know, Arya, where she went off on the ship and did an adventure and they would have made something in relation to her, I probably would have liked it because she was my favorite character in the whole thing. She was just like a little badass. And what really sucked, again, the last season, she didn't get to kill the Lannisters. She didn't get to kill the Mountains. She didn't get to kill all the people on her fucking list. God damn it. You know? Yeah, Peter Dinklage is my hall pass. I love Peter Dinklage also, you know.
I know who Peter Dinklage is, and I haven't even fucking watched the show. That's how popular Peter Dinklage is. But yeah. Mara made a good point. She said, we're just having a voice-to-text Twitter now, and this is facts. I do need to open up the Writers Retreat on Twitter here soon. So if nobody has any other suggestions about like categories for the next show or ideas for the next show, yeah. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm not trying to cut you off either. Like, please don't. Okay.
No,
I just know how
good.
We are. I know how me and you are, and I know how this group of people, our friends on Twitter, are.
Yes.
And we will keep this going for 4 hours straight. And it'll be the longest live YouTube video ever in existence.
Hey, that'll boost me up in the algorithm. I just have to get back to where I can start breaking up all these videos into little segments and start getting more things on there. So, but yeah, what?
Horror games. reviewing horror games, which I have not played, but my dear friend High Lord, I would definitely pop you up. TikTok, good or bad? That's nice. TikTok.
Ooh. Hey, I'm on TikTok. Oh man, I could rock the TikTok.
Okay, so
All of my videos are good. All of my videos are good.
mine aren't. I like archive most of mine to like only me and privatize most of mine because like somebody made fun of my singing because like I was making a song to Frozen. It was a parody, and they're like, "Stop singing, your voice sucks." And I was like, "Oh, I don't care. It's just one person." Then 6 people like that comment, and I was like, "Never mind. Back to the shadows with me. Fuck it."
I don't sing. That's
It's like
why I don't sing. I'm horrible. I can't carry a tune. Anyways, hey everybody. What?
I said I can't either, but I enjoy it. So I still sing if I want to, just not on the internet because people are mean.
Oh no, you got a beautiful voice compared to mine. You got a beautiful voice compared to mine. Oh my God, I could clear a bar singing karaoke. I'm telling you. And they look for the drunks to come up and sing, and me, I clear the bar. Just like, oh my God, this guy's so bad, and he's not even drunk. Fuck. Anyways,
I love it.
all right.
Okay.
Love all of you guys. Again, remember, be kind, be happy, and may good things come your way. Thank you.